then when they're ready to go, and I know they're all on
Once you're in
net,
position,
I
armored, form up on the road. Red platoon, you'll be in front. Blue, you'll be in rear.
tell them the supply depot thing so they at least all know. But yeah, let's see, other things going on right now. The small F&F project is on hold for the moment because I don't like the amount of clips I have for it. I want some more. I have a new editor who is really just an old editor that I put on hold because his computer died.
Plus an X.
Getting back to work, I gotta go help with TSB's massive restructuring for the community. There's a few Arma-related videos I'm gonna start working on. Again, I'm beginning final season, so that's where a lot of my time's gonna go, because I just want to make sure.
Just to clarify, red platoon, you'll be in front.
I don't need to put that much time into anything except for one class, which
Any questions?
This is red platoon,
I
copy.
have the potential to not get a C in, so...
Okay, once they're starting to get themselves somewhat organized, go ahead and start giving brief. Hi.
Roger, final note, I will say, break. Now that I have everyone on net and tanks, just remember, supply depot markers represent resupply as well as this specific staging point. There is no resupply at any other position unless it is brought in mid-op for an objective. Now, with that said, break. Brown, this is high. Your first order is to assist. Break. Friendly forces at the supply processing position at grid ref 104869. Again, 10 break, disregard. Supply processing is at 104889. I say again, 104889. NATO forces attacking from the north as well as the village of Ostellaris. Break. Please help them out so they do not lose that position. Over.
Good copy. Moving to reinforce supply processing facility at 104891, rough pause. And NATO cucks coming from the town of the town to the upper. Not a problem. We'll move to assist.
Alright. So like I said, this is just going to be a lot of various Zeus saying me, just having a bit of fun here. And staging what I can, and then we'll, you know, attack with a various amount
begin
of
moving
armor
along
assets
black
and shit.
line on map.
And just for the Mora to start engaging shit as the
Red
helicopter
platoon, you'll be
comes
in
up.
front, blue follow rear, recon next, feel free to break off from blue as needed. Helo, can I... JTAC, get me eyes on that, let me know what we're looking at from Helo.
Fuck's sake, Rich.
This is red, A firm, getting in front of blue.
So yeah, this will just be giving them a good time for 2 hours and then prepping for the vanilla op in... Why is he flying super low like that? Whatever. Then prepping for the T3/Vet op, which is just going to be a small-scale town takeover because we're working on their skill level and whatnot. Yeah, welcome to your first one, Connor. Mox, I hate you. Jeez Louise, alright.
Vehicles, try and get better spacing. This many armor assets, if something goes wrong, you're all gonna explode.
I could set some groups to invincibility, but we're gonna hold on that just for a hot second. I did tell the pilots also flying like that is probably not going to be the best idea because that LAV is going to tear him apart if he flies over.
Break off, form wedge, and we'll see what we can move the deal with.
Copy, red platoon, following red line, forming wedge.
Yeah, you can just barely start hearing it. Well, let's see if they aggro on him. Yeah, he immediately saw that and is turning around, going low.
Also, I know this is common sense, but I'm gonna say it. Make sure you double check your targets before you engage in thermals. I don't want friendly casualties at the supply base. Out.
Red platoon, A firm.
Yeah, he just got hit by a short-range PCML. By this guy, yep. Yeah, so he'll be able to recover that, go back to base and get it repaired by the R&R Vix back there. But yeah, probably not the smartest thing to go up on, in my opinion, but c'est la vie, right? So I was like, you know, it's not the best idea since you don't know officially where those targets are coming from. But let's see, let's get some two marshals coming in. Again, the armor units are eventually going to come in here, so. Get this guy off the road.
All armor assets, be advised, recon from air. Current contact reported.
Yeah, Trump Wall is
coming in from the east.
I never meant for Trump Wall to get that big. That was just me having fun. But you know, what can you do, right? But yeah, this is just gonna be throwing some stuff. I can chat with you guys and, you know, just entertaining these guys for 30 minutes. Trying to do something different because a lot of these ops have been more or less the same.
And we have NATO infantry coming in
So I'm
from
just
the
trying to
northwest
do
side
something
of
a
supply
little bit different,
processing.
you know? And with Zeusing, you can adjust things accordingly.
Say again? What was that about?
NATO infantry coming in from northwest of supply processing.
Hey, firm. Blue team, see if you can gauge as we're moving past there. Red, basically what I want you to do is move along that line, see what you can engage.
So that Rhino might be able to...
This is Red moving along line.
That was AT from that squad. That was tank coming in. Tank ammo coming in.
Should be second out.
I'm just gonna end key that thing.
Be advised, all 4 hostile Vics have been destroyed successfully. Oh, right, this is why I'm sorry.
Red team push east.
I'm gonna start with sections,
push
push them in from various directions.
Blue start pushing north, engaging contacts north of the supply process.
This is Red position moving along line.
Good copy.
And then throw some rifle squads in, give them some infantry to engage. Really surprised Potatoes Vic did not get blown up from those rhinos. But again, this is another type of op, which I'll admit I've only recently started getting into. It's where you give the players, they're not the main force, they're just, you know, a cog in the machine doing various objectives and everything.
Depot got hit quite hard as we arrived. One of the primary buildings went up. We'll try and assess.
Roger out.
Ground command, Red platoon engaging targets at Oesterals or whatever.
Good copy, Red. Your primary target is our Esterol. Don't push in, but circle if you need to eliminate NATO assets. Blue platoon, I want you pushing towards the north side of supply cache, securing that side. Any questions?
Okay, so now I'm going to...
Good copy, then get it done. Right.
Please repeat, sorry, you were getting stepped on.
Throw some vehicles around, make this somewhat defensible. But we basically have the slammers coming up on this direction, getting engaged by the tank platoons here. This group is coming in as well. Don't have that much time, and we don't have an air asset circling right now, so I have a little bit of time here.
This is Red.
Hey, firm. Basically, you're going to be engaging contacts coming from the town of Oreos-Lastris. What do you want to say it? The town to the northeast.
If you're part
Some
of Red
pawnies
platoon,
in there,
please
nothing
do
with
not
any
send
directed
any
AGMs that can
platoon
insta-kill them. Again, just, you know, make this chaotic as hell. Just to give them a good time, because players, they tend to like this organized chaos. It looks like a big mess from the Zeus perspective, in all honesty, but...
You can communicate with each other on that. Alright.
Something fun. Whoop, drag glitch them. And put them around. We've got these tanks coming in. Honestly, a Kuma can outperform a Slammer. Oh, shit. All right, so there goes one tank.
This is Red Platoon, lost 1 times in BT. We have infantry to our southeast, try to mark.
But it's also hard to do real tank warfare in Arma because AI tanks do not like to engage at long ranges. But what the players need to do is get themselves in formations where they can all see frontal-based targets to maximize their attack capability on the AI before the AI can get close like that and take out one of them. And that in itself is the difficulty.
Can I have status update?
Yeah, we're currently holding our position.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. I want to include crew in it. I didn't even hit the right button.
Break. 2 enemy pawnies coming in northeast.
Do we have some
one of them just get hurt.
or?
You have a 50 cal on top of your Vic and should be able to take out pawnies.
Okay. Just worried about, you know, heavier casts with ATGMs.
Hey, firm, we didn't have any dedicated ATM. Yeah, that's
Well, let's just hope they don't put any in the air.
This should be good. Imagine AI Zeus. That would be a really interesting script, but I don't think it would be wholly possible. Now we have these additional tank assets coming in. They're backing away, though.
Northeast and start getting some assets down out there. I'll be great.
There's some of them getting sniped right here. So Potato, I mean, he is alone over here. His gun just took a nasty hit. He needs to be careful on that angle that he doesn't take too much damage. But yeah, this is just organized. They're trying to use tank shells. That's cute. You have Outcast driving around trying to take out those.
Rick, this is Blue. We've got a ghost hawk coming over the supply depot.
Not gonna do any anti-air Vics either today. But let's see, we'll do 3 of them. Give a little bit of a curveball there. They'll use this road to come around. That'll give those tanks something to engage. Got Outcast crossing in now. He's got to be careful, though, because auto cannons. And that thing's lost its tail rotor. But again, nice and cinematic. Blast Core lets out all these really nice black hues of smoke here.
This is Blue on the move.
You can actually see where some of the pilots and co-pilots were shot out of their aircraft.
Don't push any more than about 600 meters northeast of the supply facility.
AFM.
Alright, so it looks like 1 tank crew respawned.
2 slammers coming in along MSR.
And again, we have a limited amount of extra tanks they can take, but it should be good enough for something like this. So every AO will last like 30 minutes to 45, and, you know, gives them a nice little bit of breathing room between each AO to do triple R. I wouldn't say I'm going to actively try to murder the player base. This isn't a 700th op. It's just something fun for TSB for a public op, you know? I mean, we definitely still have some of these tanks trying to engage each other.
To our staging point for resupply.
This is High. Currently, resupply is currently back at the staging point or any of the marked supply depots, which would be pretty much equidistant from your AO, at least the closest one over.
Copy, understood.
Damn, alright, that was ballsy, but he just rocketed that one. Alright, no, this kind of looks pretty cool from the interface, man. I'm gonna try to maneuver that guy into there. I was gonna try to maneuver him up to those trucks and blow him up. We'll give him a bit of a lull. I think that was a misping by these guys.
This is one of the blue tanks. We're supplying rearm place. We're currently having leaking fuel.
Good copy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that asset try to pull out of the AO at this point. And I got a Marshal flanking around over here, but it's not gonna really be able to do much against the tanks themselves. But yeah, that's that pretty much prepped. Oh yeah, I do have a friendly fog right here.
Status update.
So what I'm going to do is we're just going to throw a garrison up there. They might have already reconned that out and seen it wasn't there, so...
Wait, one.
But this is going to grow
Blue
into
status, we're
another...
currently holding approximately... We're approximately 300 meters just north of the supply depot. We had contact with some rhinos and APCs.
Yeah, that's just a friendly position. I think the 50 was just firing at their own helicopter there, but that helicopter just did a strike on that truck. And I can't tell if he's trying to engage the air asset or other things. Yeah, so he's trying to keyhole a tank on the rear here.
Then make sure you keep eyes to your southeast. I'm hearing that 40mm autocannon that way.
Ooh, that was an AP shot right into the Nix. That AT round had caught a tree. And the tank just engaged that.
Be advised. Be advised, friendly Nix is down currently.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to have a supply convoy start being made here, and I'll radio that in a bit.
Hey, firm.
Ground, this is high. Message over.
Go ahead, hi.
Roger, based off of the activity in this sector of the AO break, Command has distinguished that FOB Risen is a perfect spot for an additional point for R&R break. Your orders, in addition to holding the attacks on the supply processing position, is to hold the MSR from NATO, as it is going to be used to deliver a pack of logistics vehicles to FOB Risen break. Convoy will be 3 RRR vehicles escorted by 2 Gorgons. Over.
Good copy, hi. Just to clarify, they'll be coming from the staging point roughly along the route we took and then shifting over across FOB Risen.
Within the AO, the exact grid ref that they will come in from is 073876. From the supply processing position, they will then turn south and drive in front and hopefully into FOB Risen. Over.
Good copy. Command Vic will move down to protect those assets. Okay. Red Platoon, what I need you to do, I'm going to draw a line of defense on map. I'm going to need you to shift that way. Wait.
This is Red Platoon, we're back at base, we'll try. We have currently 2 assets holding at Red Platoon marker.
And I can send some Ghost Hawks to go harass that. But in the meantime, I'm going to set some attacks on.
What's Blue Platoon's frequency?
What the hell was he just speaking?
Well, if you don't have it set, it'd say 8-0. Get all blue tanks in 8-0 themselves. Anyway, Blue Platoon, once you're on that, see if you can readjust to new blue line.
So yeah, I usually have the urban purpose one be the platoon.
This is Red Platoon's Potatoes tank. Potato went down due to fire from Nix. Can we get the platoon medic over to our position? Grid 109.
884.
Another wave of Pawnees. Again, just, you know, throwing things in to keep the attacks going.
This is Red Platoon Lead back on net. What is the current set rep?
And then there's going to be a lot of body cleanup occasionally, just at angles that I don't think will be mixed, but I'll try to keep the wrecks up.
Ground Red Platoon.
For grind.
Current set rep for Red Platoon.
Current sit rep for platoon, as far as I know, is 2 tanks currently there.
No, orders, sorry.
Current orders are to move along red line and guard between FOB Risen and supply processing. Blue platoon will be then holding along blue line, and they'll be directly in charge of defending supply
Command,
processing.
this is Dread. We need a medic on Potato Town marker 109884. How copy?
Good copy. The medic is currently 2.4 clicks west, because we're moving to guard the platoon. Moving to guard the supply convoy. We'll be there when we can. It might just be fast for you to get them back
We have
in
one
right on
tank
the
alone.
Following supply convoy up now.
Solid copy. I am not able to put him inside the wake.
Hey, firm.
He's still having issues.
Stabilize him. We'll be there momentarily. We're coming up with the supply.
Right side though, this convoy looks pretty sexy.
I copy.
The front Gorgon, I'm gonna keep on careless. This one I might break off to engage
Okay, look.
stuff.
Stabilize him with the first.
Break. 2 times, go south.
So helicopters now being pulled back on the convoy. They're engaging.
Also 2 times, Pawnee south as well.
They're flying in a very tight formation. That's making me uncomfortable.
Target. Much more of a threat to the supply convoy, but eliminate all.
Jesus.
Good copy. Eliminate the Pawnee falling in behind. Same direction. Oh, no, scratch. Never mind. Bad PID, my bad.
The thing got caught on auto hover. Jeez. And the gunner just got shot out.
Ground is at platoon, be advised, 2 ponies down.
Excellent work, Blue.
Alright, let's follow this up with a tank push.
Once we get these
from the
resupply
south.
Vics in,
We'll just do a
we'll end up
section.
getting our resupply once this area is
Break.
secure.
This is Blue, we've got tanks coming in from the east.
Good copy. Eliminate them.
Ronin's in a bit of trouble here because he's got multiple tanks. They're not really spacing themselves out too well, but if he opens up, these might open up and honestly just annihilate him off the bat. Or, yeah, I know. I'm actually really surprised this AI convoy isn't bugged out yet. Like, normally it would, but it's doing a good job keeping formation. It helps when you send them to hold fire and whatnot, but it can still be a bit of a mess. Now I have Outcast. He's trying to look at what's shooting at him. But he does need to pull out of that area. Meanwhile, these armor assets are not trying to engage. They're only sending one up. It's a little interesting. Again, the AI is really weird with how they do things. I can go ahead and delete that tank because it's pulled back.
Potato, we advise will be there to get you up momentarily. We're just making sure the supply Vics get there safe.
But it's also the air asset making some of them freak out and hold off to the side. And so he's gone ahead and landed back here. Let me keep trying to delete infantry that have dismounted. Let's have another tank section start coming in from a different angle. Yeah, so these guys are destroying those APCs in that direction. That slammer will start being an issue momentarily. And now this is where I'm going to...
Red, divert to fob. I need defense in the fob immediately.
Get these
Blue,
vehicles
continue
in
holding
here.
the resupply.
If I may, we'll try.
Platoon medic, what's your day?
And throwing some fire teams at various angles. Just to give a little bit of infantry to come in.
Red, be advised, you have multiple enemy MBTs pushing in from 120 near fob.
Copy, 120.
Divert and destroy.
Does
Try and
not
cover
help
the
that
supply
some of these
convoy
guys
that
are
still
dumb.
exists.
I'm just gonna drag them in at this point. Make it more simple. Alright, otherwise those things are getting taken out pretty easily. Still have another tank right there. Yep, as I figured, Ronin's tank was eventually going to get destroyed by those tanks pushing up on that vector. And then we have Hadev down right here. Again, that one
Blue,
medic
divert
is
from defending supply
a
processing
very
at the
big
moment.
priority.
Fob risen. I need fucking more assets over here to protect the supply convoy if it's still alive, hopefully.
Alright, now I'm gonna go down the list, see what I can delete here that isn't a
Hey,
wreck.
firm, scratch that. Blue, change of plan, sorry, keep holding supply processing. Red, do you think you can deal with the assault in the fob prison?
Going to attempt.
Hey, firm, do you need me to divert Blue?
Well, the server's handling most of it really well. Ground, this is high, be advised. Supplies have officially been unloaded on break. FOB risen. We also have those two Gorgons maintaining defensive posture on that position, but if you need it for any sort of vehicle resupply, feel free. Break. Did he just... New orders will be given momentarily. I'm really surprised he
Blue, red, one
just
times enemy
drove
Murkoff
over
coming
that.
in. MSR.
And then we've got that pilot dying right over there.
This is Blue Platoon lead. I'm back at resupply.
I'm not sure if an AI can heal them.
Or staging area, sorry, and we'll be moving back to the blue lane now.
But this op is very, very essential for them to keep their communications heavy. And I think Potato just got blown away by this one Markava here. Because the AT guys are dead.
Good copy. Blue, what's the solace and supply processing?
But,
Sorry, you just said it.
I mean, the op is done in terms of these objectives, so
no
this
worries,
gives
we
them a
kind of
breather.
have 4 slammers kind of moving in from the northeast.
Good copy, can you deal with it?
So this gives them a second to regroup.
We'll give it a bash.
Right, say again, Blue, if it's just got cut off.
Not sure if that was Holy Light's tank. I don't think it was. I don't know what caused that to cook off. Probably the autocannon finally got a hit on the engine.
Yeah.
The Autos tank came up, they healed the co-pilot there. I'm actually going to order these guys to pull out of that sector.
Blue, status update.
And I think the next one's going to be an airfield
Yeah, Blue
defense. So
Platoon
I'm going
command's
to
just
start
returning from the resupply point. Be back at
setting this
shortly.
up.
Good copy.
Yeah, so far this has been
Red
an
status
interesting
up.
up. Yeah, Izzy, I don't know either, man.
Currently all
Sorry
up.
that you can't get in.
Can't see much from Fob Prison. If we can push to Hill 118, I'm going to circle it. Should be able to get better eyes heading east.
Hey, firm, feel free to push a tank or two that way.
Say again for Red.
Feel free to push a tank or two that way. We're just going to keep this area secure for now. If you need ammo desperately, go ahead and resupply.
Hey, firm.
But I can't have all tanks leaving the line to resupply at once.
Hey, firm.
Yeah, no. I'll be curious to see how the feedback is for this operation. lock that because I don't want the pilots touching it. But we can make that into an interesting objective in its own part. What I want to do, though, is... give me some Vipers. Put them in a line formation. So yeah, while I build the next AO, they can, you know, take care of the remaining hostile forces in there.
All assets will be
have
holding
3 tanks
perimeter
reinserted
security
on
for
this
another
sector.
like 5 minutes or so. If you don't see anything at that stage, let me know and we'll start organizing resupply.
This is Red A firm. We're currently on Black Circle, trying to find that slammer.
It's not 1 life, but they only have X amount of tanks, so they have to, you know, be careful that they don't lose everything. Also, for the record, CSAT and Green 4 here are allied, so this doesn't really matter, but this is also me kind of putting a line down to say, hey, don't touch that. Because if the pilots find it, then yeah, they're going to try to touch it. Oh yeah. Thinking if instead of just, you know, randomly rolling, I can just do a circle like that, and that should be a-okay.
Slammer down.
Blue platoon to ground.
But I like this, you know, we time them needing to do desperate logistics because they have a mass cas and shit with getting things like this done, you know? And it gives us time to chat. Yeah, pilot, is it me? Is for me? That's why I locked the damn thing.
Go for ground. Go for ground.
Yep, one of my tank commanders is requesting repair, Big Duncan.
I'm sorry, all I got of that was Big Duncan. Say again.
Big Duncan's tank needs a quick repair.
A firm, Blue, how's contact on that side?
Looking at our time, probably like this remaining section, then maybe something down here.
How's
should be
contact over there? Do you feel like I could pull you back to resupply quickly?
Yes, yes.
A firm, then Blue. If you have a tank that's got decent ammo, keep it there.
AT
But anyone who
off.
needs resupply can pull back from Blue Platoon to Fob Risen.
GC Red, are we saying Fob Risen now has resupply?
Yeah, Fob Risen is resupply, but I'm also not pulling you all back at once, so Blue will at
A firm,
first.
thank you.
No, that was it? Really? Thought it would garrison more of the stuff back here. Oh well, we can do it manually. But yeah, no, this is, again, just nice chill op. Lets them play around with vanilla tanks, have that armor asset. I'm gonna give them their next AO in
Is there
like
any
a
chance
minute.
we could ask the Gorgon to not block the exit at Fob Risen over?
This is high standby. I think he was
Okay,
actually...
including recon, you're good to resupply at Fob Risen. Let me know once you've got all tanks resupplied. Command's moving to supply processing to take up position while you're doing it.
Ground, this is high. Message over.
Go for ground.
Apologies, the AI will do R&R on their VIX themselves, and that's exactly what that Gorgon was doing, over.
Hey, fair, makes sense.
Because we saw him, and he had a frickin', it said he was repairing, and I mean, they were fighting a frickin' tank that pushed up, so I'm not surprised about that. And yeah, it's about that time, so... Any station on this net, this is high. Break, break, break. Ground, this is high. Be advised, the power station at grid ref 128874 is currently under fire from some NATO scouting groups. Break. We believe that could be their next target. They haven't seen any armor yet, but I am unable to send anything dedicated because of something else in the AO is taking most of my forces at this time. Over.
Good copy. I'll see what can divert to defend it.
Friendly forces, break, 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 break. Friendly forces in the AO is a one-time squad defending the power station. Another squad in the nearby village of Ostamari. Please go help them.
Recon's gonna head out and see what we can spot for him.
Say again, last station.
Debate into
Recon's gonna head out to that
invincibility, but
next
that's
area and see what
fine.
we can spot.
Hey, firm. Blue, what am I looking at for resupply? I need an asset to send over there yesterday.
Wait one.
GC Red, are we free to move east?
Hey, firm. If you want to go start hitting that, are you guys good for ammo for now?
Ground, this is I. Be advised, friendly Striders heading from the nearby airbase as QRF to buy you a few minutes. Over.
Good copy. Send them a thank you very much from me.
Just to give
Red,
them,
if
you
you're
know, an
good,
extra
go ahead and
second. We
start
can
pushing
keep
over
the
there for ammo. We'll
cinematics
get you
going for this.
resupplied after this next engagement. Blue, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, Bing
with
Duncan is the
resupply
name
this
of a
time,
player,
so
actually.
we have tanks of ammo.
GC Red, moving to a red line in the southeast of Ostermarie.
GC copy.
Ground, this is Blue Platoon, we're ready to move.
Send it and go to 6.
Say again, last station. Sorry, man.
Yeah, Ground, this is Blue Platoon, we're ready to move.
Hey, firm, Blue Platoon, expedite to objective 2. Just take up what you feel are good defensive positions around the town
Here,
of
and I've got
Mountain
something
3 and
stupid,
the power
but
station.
let's
High
see
copy.
if I can make this work real quick.
Sure, copy, well, cool.
Hey, firm, Red, do you need resupply? Because I've got Blue available now. You can go for it if you want it quickly. At Fob Risen.
This is Red, will determine.
Hey, firm.
Alright, watch this. This is gonna be something Hollywood level bullshit here. But might as well, you know, try it and see what happens. At the very least, it'll give Air something cool to do. Yeah, we can do Pawnees instead. With Little Bird, I was gonna do Ghost Hawks, but this would be cooler, and then we can do some Special Forces recon groups.
Copy. Red, be advised, reports from air. Apparently enemy contact is coming in from the west. You may have to reassess.
Oh, they already have armor coming in. Nice.
See how it is. You may end up diverting your line. Copy.
Copy, we will, Red is going to attempt to intercept any QRF coming from the east primarily.
Yeah, good copy.
We have enemy NATO infantry at the power plant at this time.
Alright, and then I can
Good
send
copy.
something
Feel
over
free
here.
to engage.
That was a misping by them. I always check the pings ASAP to make sure nothing crazy's going on. Because you never know. And again, we're just doing a big mix of assets here. I already heard.
Pawnee above power station.
Eliminate.
That went off. Again, I'm not going to do any cheetahs. That would be a little unfair to the Hellcat. But yeah, from the angles I can do.
That Little Bird down.
I'm going to adjust these because armor is going to be able to easily tear those up.
Also, if another tank goes out, let me know how many assets we have remaining.
Break. This is Red. We have at least 4 times helos coming in from the east.
Hey, firm, eliminate with extreme prejudice.
Lot of Pawnees.
Okay.
Pawnees are primary.
Okay. Yeah, that
4 times
was...
Pawnees.
That just... I just witnessed a Little Bird cannon. Alright. Thank you, AI. Very cool. I've got nothing to say on that one. That was some of the strangest shit I've seen in a while. Okay. And a while being a few days, because I'm gonna see something stranger. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, you got some of these trying to deploy troops, some of them trying to line up gun runs. Some vehicles driving right by some of their lines, too. That was a penetration shot that also hurt that one. The other one quickly gets picked off.
Mark our QRF.
Good copy. Red, move the block.
Alright, let's start bringing the tanks as well. Let's start with some, we'll do a full-on Rhino platoon first, hold on. And there's a few subs I gotta shout out, give me one moment here. We got a few guys that survived this crazy push in. Oh god. AT just went in on that tank!
On map, west side of power station. Red, can you keep
And it did nothing.
Northeast.
Yeah, it was a weak hit on the side, didn't even hurt the tracks. Probably hit the track arm there, but Little Leap Mouse 2, Little Leap 2 Mouse, thanks so much for the 3-month resub, and Dazlinder, thanks for the 5-month resub. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're staying safe on COVID-19, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this. And, whoo, what? What just, I think a friendly just shot them, because that was an insta-smack. And I think Outcast is crashing out, because I see him up in the TFAR channel. But, whew, that doesn't look good. I'd be willing to bet they just got blue on blue there, because there's no other friendly assets. Maybe
Red GC 4 times friendly.
an autocannon, I don't know.
Live watching.
I think they just got blue on blue, to be perfectly honest.
Good copy. Just put it, make sure you have someone watching south from there, periodically.
Alright, this is just something I
No,
wanted to do.
we have the 180 degrees.
27 months.
We have 180 degrees from the red line. Yeah.
Excellent, thank you. Blue status.
Just to have some more stuff come over. Yeah, Outcast completely crashed from that. He might not have freestyle loaded, and that's what glitched him out, but who knows. Yeah, there he goes. Explosion. And Yoshinomoto, probably just butchered that name. Thanks for the tier 3 27-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you keep getting a kick out of this.
Yes, and
Hey, firm, got a status update?
Break, 4 Chinooks to our south, or 3. Yeah, 4.
Blue Platoon is currently holding the north end as Blue Command. We also have one additional tank that can spot from here. It's currently just a bit further north than us.
Good copy.
Alright, so yeah, I'm just deleting
Continue holding there for now.
everything. I can delete Rex too, because at this point, it's been enough. But to keep the server performance going, you know, because eventually if you have too much stuff, it'll just lag everything out to high hell. So one of them got shot, the other 3, meanwhile, are crossing off of a different vector.
3 times Hurons going north from the far west.
We have some pilots pulling back.
Rangers coming, we just had 3 Hurons blowing north from the far west of the power station.
2 Rhinos just got sniped. Epic still okay. That was another round that just came in. Didn't do much, but took out some of their health. And then we're gonna have 1 remaining, like a full-on tank platoon come in from a different vector. They're doing alright, Az. I thought you were in the op. At least I thought you were in that channel, but then again, you might have just come in there to chill and then leave. That's fair. But I'm thinking we'll do that, we'll then do the central fob, and then we'll do the airbase, and then we'll index the mission.
Hi, this is Grind. Be advised, we just had 3 Hurons blow past us north of the power station. Did they move towards Fob Prison, or is anyone there reporting contact over?
Roger. Break. I'll get a report on that to you in a moment. Stand by.
Good copy, hi, thanks, I.
Oh, that was where the frickin' other little bird landed. It fired like, what is that? This was the original one, right? And that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5.5 to 6 clicks considering Pythagorean theorem, but that was dumb. Sometimes the AI, they don't recognize each other nearby, so they'll, like, get themselves killed. It's interesting, to say the least. Ground, this is high. Be advised, scouts by the supply depots are reporting armor assets coming from the supply depot to your southeast and your southwest. Be prepared. Over.
Good copy. Enemies coming from southeast and southwest. Much obliged. Out. Blue, red, you heard him. Contact coming along your lines. Defensive positions, hold. Out.
While that's going, I'm gonna get some dynamics over there, but they probably won't be able to hear that because that's pretty far out. Outcast, we have coming back into the server. He was in debug, and he should be spawning any second. Ground command tank is all the way over there. What's also beneficial about sending these in groups is they don't really aggro at these ranges until something starts engaging them, so they'll try to fire back, but that round might have just completely disabled the gun. Yeah, because Akuma will beat a Markava every time. Oh, great. There's something flying around in my office now. That's fair, as I feel that.
This command tank, currently at grid 121874, 2 slammers pushing in from our southwest. Need support from blue if possible.
Yeah, so tanks are now trying to adjust here, firing. They're getting some misses, though. It also doesn't help that the turret is like one of the biggest things on that tank, and if it gets hit by a tank round, it's automatically disabled. Those tanks are, to be honest, really fucking awful.
Green Commander, Lipson, be advised. We currently have 2 slammers on the western road by the power station.
Good copy, our turret's disabled, so we need to see if we can kill them if possible.
Hey, firm, we have 1 down. We are dealing with the second one now.
Good kill, both slammers. Thanks for the cover, Blue. We're RTB. Fucking need to get this fixed.
Alright, I'm gonna do another Huron push. It's a plot device, really. Yeah, it shouldn't be close enough to be seen, but... Since I don't want to throw any planes because they will freak out, we also have 1 auto-rotating now.
Recon, you on 50 still?
Yeah, we're here.
Hey, firm, can you periodically do me a sweep to the north of the town and the power station? Those 3 Chinooks went over and we don't have any reports on where they landed, so I'm expecting infantry to try and flank us from the north. I'll give you like a mark in like yellow.
Solid copy.
Ground, this is high. Those Chinooks pushed past FOB Risen and the supply process, and I wouldn't worry about them for now. I'll let you know if that changes. Break. I'm also getting reports that COP Northern at 146885 is under attack by infantry. That could be another vector where NATO begins their attack. I'd be prepared to send units on there, but I'll let you know if it escalates. Over.
Break. This is Red. We have multiple contacts to our southeast, including 4 Chinooks and 2 slammers.
Hey, firm. Okay, just need it now.
Ooh, they hit that with a tank round.
They're parachuting.
They're suiciding.
That too. This is Red. I believe they're trying to do something at OS Marine Airfield.
He's got blown up by those 2 tanks. I'm gonna call this in a second. There's a method to this madness. Ground, this is high. Message, over. Oh. I have no idea what happened. Any station on this net, this is high. Be advised, priority operation. Break. Higher-ups above me, including CSAT, want you, if possible, to find a Huron and attempt to shoot it down. If one is already available, secure it at this time. Do not destroy it, I say again, secure it, over. Yeah, so I think ground just Arma themselves. Be advised, for whatever reason, the R&R point at Copper Risen was destroyed. I will be sending another group of R&R Vics over in that position. Over. I don't know. That was weird. We'll make it
Someone
work.
really back to me what that priority message was, because I couldn't hear it because I was in respawn screen.
Yeah, the priority message was that there was a downed Chinook somewhere, and we need to try and capture it.
SOS over.
More or less, we have to find that Huron, either capture it or shoot one out of the sky and capture that.
Be advised, this is Red 1-1. By the red line, I believe there is 1 times Huron down.
Hey, firm, mark position on map, see what we can do. Also, assets, you need to start playing more defensive. We're down to like our last reserve tank. So, we need to stop taking risks.
Hey, firm, down Huron, marks on map.
Yeah, so that one just got flanked. They took it out, but everyone got tunnel vision taking out that Huron, and that let those 2 slammers coming around basically blow everyone up. Which is not good. I'm gonna have to cut this op short a little bit. Yeah, that one didn't help too much. Why is this one falling back? Is it because... No, it's perfectly fine. It's just falling back to friendlies. But a lot of NATO guys, excuse me, players got kabladdled there. Tunnel vision is a very real thing. I like to stress it in Friday night fights, but...
Replacements are coming in now.
Hey, firm.
It's pretty nasty.
Correction, red got wiped. There is 1 intact tank at the
Yeah, but there's literally only 1 left.
power station. Though there's enemy MBTs running around.
Got Outcast landing to possibly pick up Hadav. He's just trying to find a good angle to do it at.
Hey, firm, blue. How's the status on the southwest side there?
There's the extra thing of resupply
We
coming
have
in.
1 tank crippled, and I believe another 2 excessive.
Hey, firm, if you need, basically what, you've got 2 tanks operable and 1's disabled at this time? Is that what you could?
Hey, firm, we currently also have a medic at the down tank, as we have a man down.
Good copy, we'll see what we can do on the way over. Red, if you need anyone who currently on that line, say to blue if you
See
need
what I
them to
can
pull the 2
spawn
tanks
to
over
go,
to help
quote
you.
unquote, secure that position. I will
GC
improve
Red, are
this
we
one.
heading to Northern Cop?
Negative, not at this time. Continue holding at a power point. It's just marked as possible objective 3, because they're sending some stuff there, but we haven't even vectored yet.
Hey, firm.
With these types of ops, you also have to work with the players. If they get smacked, you do want to try to adjust things accordingly, but...
Ground, I sent 1-2 round to the east, 1-3 currently in repairs and a medic.
Ground, this is high. Message over.
Go for ground.
Restating objectives as follows. Break. Your current one is to keep defending that power plant until contact dies down. After that point, your primary objective is to try to find a downed Huron to secure it or radio into me, so I can send forces to secure it and analyze it due to be told by my higher-ups. Break. Secondary objective is to go to Northern Cop and help it against NATO forces. Break. Northern Cop also has a few additional Kuma main battle tanks for your use if you want to ferry them back to your spawn point. Over.
Hey, firm, can we get that shifted across once our tanks are depleted at main? Over.
I can have AI do it, but they gotta secure that cop force before they start bringing them over. Over.
Yeah, firm, we'll hold them tanks there for now, but they don't get blown up. We'll see if we can push that way. Hide.
So I have NATO now trying to come in to secure that.
Ground be advised, hostile infantry coming in from red line, east.
Say again for ground.
Hostile infantry coming to the town from the east.
Good copy. Let me if you can. Can I get a status update for red? How you doing over there?
Way far back, I'm gonna send it.
This is
to
red. We had
Rhinos.
at least 2 times casualties. Both casualties are moving back to red line.
Good copy. Blue status.
That explosion, I think, just picked
1-2
off a
taking
few
heavy
dudes.
contact, and 1-3 is still kind of disabled with 1 man down.
Good copy. We're shifting your way. We'll see if we can get you up as we're moving. Can you put a mark on map for where you need that medic?
Now, if this wasn't set to invincible right now, it would like instantly explode. So he's got to be careful with that. But now I'm going to put pressure on this facility because air is trying to go around and do recon on it. I don't want to do any marshals, though, not
Forces
yet,
be
at
advised,
least.
air is reporting enemy AT prowlers to the west of the airfield rolling around. High copy.
This is
And
firm.
we've got about 45 plus 30, so 75 minutes till the T3 op, so we're on time right now. These guys just have to lick their wounds and adjust accordingly.
Okay. Livy's eyes are nearly to you. 1.
Yeah, I have no idea how they armored themselves. It's quite funny if you ask me. Ground, this is high. R&R has been restored at FOB Risen. Break. Be advised, we do not have the assets to provide another group of R&R Vics in the AO at this time. Over.
Good copy. Hopefully it doesn't spontaneously combust this time. Thanks, many thanks. Blue, if you need to
So I think
pull that
co-pilot's
tank back
taking
from
over there. He's
you
trying to
gotta
find a
repair
place to
it, go ahead
land.
and Do so. Do I have any eyes, sets of eyes not
Yeah, you
going
just
to
turned
your
it.
on that we can... Well, yep.
You have recon in blue 1-1 staring at it.
Say again, last
Send friendly Gorgon into that AO. Not tell him, though, because... keeping that around. So I think JTAC's trying to coordinate with that air asset to get things to radio.
Let's say again, didn't copy you because someone talking to the tank.
That just blew up, but we have the Rhinos and that Slammer now coming in.
This is Red 1-1 to ground command.
Go ahead, Red 1-1.
Be advised, there's a
No, we'll wrap it up after.
abandoned Pawnee at the abandoned Pawnee mark. Break grid 113890. I'll copy over.
Delete some of the outside stuff for the moment.
Hey, firm eyes on abandoned Pawnee mark. We'll see what we can do.
So I think this tank... No, this is a recon Vic. It's got to be really careful. It's doing a really good job with its AT attachment there, but it's a glass cannon. It can take a one shot and get exploded.
Or with abandoned Pawnee with their radio intact also do.
It has to specifically be an abandoned Huron break. They're thinking there's equipment inside that CSAT wants to analyze. Over.
Do we know where it is?
I do not know. Over.
Recon to ground.
some of you know exactly where this thing is. It's just like, why is everything going up here? Damn it! Like, they'll eventually figure it out, or they won't. I don't know.
Recon to ground.
Just really hard for me to send things from this angle, but I'll keep trying.
Be advised, we have an intact Huron at our location. How copy?
Hey, firm, what is your location? Mark on map.
Recon to Bluefton.
Gonna try to pick up that AT.
Yeah, go ahead.
To be advised, you had 2 Macavers go north of you past the red line.
Hey, firm, I'll see if we can do that.
Marked as Huron intact.
So I'll probably send like 1 or 2 T-100s and then a few other things.
Good copy. Command tanks moving to secure.
And we still got this position under threat.
Hi, this is Grind. Be advised. Confirmed Huron at Huron intact marker grid 132877. Keypad 6. High copy. Over.
I completely blanked. This is high, A firm. Stand by. Will relay. Over.
Alright, firm. Red, how? Yep. Red, how are we doing?
I'm gonna use rhinos for the moment until they resecure that other fob, so they have a few things to resupply.
This is red. We have 3 times that red line. Final reinsert almost here.
A firm. Blue status.
Let's see, what am I gonna send from the north? Let's do 2 T-100s. Make it simple.
Blue, can I get a status update, please?
Enemy VIX coming in from the east.
Be advised, Blue platoon 1 is going, currently moving, B1.
Ground, this is high. The order has been dispatched. Break. There are 2 friendly CSAT T-100s coming from the northwest ETA, about 4 or 5 minutes break. Defend that Huron until they arrive, then stand by for retasking. Over.
Good copy. Red, form defensive around Huron.
Alright, how can we make this a little ridiculous? I'm thinking helicopters, let's just 3 Pawnees.
Red, high copy last.
And 2 ghost dogs. Chinese CSAT because they have the green, you know, Jay? It camo's a little bit better.
Sorry for that interruption, a bit of a migraine there. We're going to be holding the power plant.
Good copy.
He can drive them out.
Red, high copy last for defensive position around
needs to.
Huron.
This is red. We're making.
Oh yeah, no, I had 2 T-140 Armadas.
Excellent, thank you, Red.
But what was it? They were CSAT Pacific, but we didn't have 30 players in this op, at least at the start time, so I didn't do anything. We had some rounds coming in from that flank, though. They gotta be careful. Alright, I need to start deleting wrecks because we're starting to feel that lag again. We still have 1 spare tank over there, but that is it. That thing's gonna reload and get a shot. Alright, thankfully it didn't blow up the ground command tank. So that one's cooking. We're having 1 more wave of stuff come in. It's those
What are we looking
helicopters.
at for contact over there in your line?
And that one decided not to even lift off. We got this Vic now trying to land over here. I don't know what to tell you, Izzy, man. Like, it just does not like you today.
One order of favorable units.
Multiple ghost dogs as well as hummingbirds or Pawnees coming over east, southeast.
A firm, eliminate those Pawnees of extreme prejudice, they're primary.
Ground, this is high. Message, over.
Go for grind.
Roger. Power station appears to no longer be a threat according to the local garrison there. Break. Recommend you commit all assets to either defending the Huron or send some to the northern COP, as it is being overwhelmed at this point. Over.
Hey, firm. Blue, go ahead and start moving towards the northern camp. With the amount of tanks we're losing, we need that resupply or we're not going to last past this objective. Red, continue holding defensive around that Huron. Primary target is those enemy pawnies or armor assets that can blow it up.
Get some random rockets out when I go down.
POS objective 3, northern cop. I need that secure for get more tanks. High copy.
Jeez, we got one that's been flipped over here. What the fuck are you? Oh, they got
Blue,
stuck in a
high
ditch.
copy on moving to objective 3.
Just be advised, red platoon leader is down.
Yeah, Liberty, we're moving to that northern cop.
Good cop.
That's brilliant. I forget, some of the ditches here, the AI do not know how to drive in them, and it just completely borks them, which I find hilarious. So I tried moving those tanks up a bit more. They should have been here quick. I was wondering, like, why they should have arrived by now, but AI, man, they are interesting things. Something, let's throw in some more assault squads here. Because they are trying to defend at the very least. We can bring in some drones. Because they didn't kill that drone guy from the previous public op. I mean, not that the lore really matters, it's just us having a big mix of assets here at this point. Felt like I wanted to do something. Oh, yeah.
Ground red, last Kuma coming back from the staging point. All further Kumas will have to be at the northern top.
Good copy.
I'll have to teleport Viking in because he crashed. This patrol's gone way south. They went to defend only, that's why. I can also spawn a random CSAT truck to come in.
The CSAT tanks are less than a click out.
Hey, from. Blue, how long until you get up to that?
That one won't be CSAT Pacific, I know. They're picking my own things. Anti-tank ditches, yeah, something.
Is
Something like that.
Hey, firm. Form defensive position. Oh, what? Sorry, had a mic glitch. Form defensive position as you see fit. Hold that cop. Hi, this is Grind. Do we need to transport those tanks back to the staging point? Can we get that set up as another respawn point? Over.
This is high. AI will bring those tanks back to your staging point. Break. Can you tell your guys also not to run over allied troops, please? Over.
Hey, firm. I told them so already, but I'll reiterate: do not run over friendly assets, people, because they'll start killing you.
Tell them to get off the road.
They're AI. You have to give them a little leeway.
They weren't on the road. The dude literally drove into a random field just to... Never mind.
I know. Just don't do it, guys. There's no need.
Alright, I gotta find Holy Light and Risen Kill here.
This is Grind. Be advised, those T-100s arrived at the Huron. Do you want us to continue providing security at this time?
Negative at this time. Please start moving to the COP and defend it. Over.
Good copy, Red. Get mobile. Get to the COP. All assets converge on objective 3.
Cool. Just making sure he gets picked up. Driving 100, I swear.
Lipton to ground.
Go for ground.
Yeah, be advised we've taken out approximately
Aircrafters
3
went
marshals
down.
and 2 UV stompers. NATO seem to be pulling out the big guns.
Hey, from did you just
Yeah,
take
still
out our
think it's fair.
friendly air asset, or was that did they have a bad time?
Hellcat was getting engaged.
As far as I'm aware,
north.
you not shot anything.
Good copy.
Also, Hellcat is down.
Hey, firm, all force be advised, enemy UGVs are in the AO.
Yeah, we got time. All right. All right, let me RC and start shooting dudes here. Or get shot. Yeah, I can get shot too. That's great.
Hi, this is Grind. Does the comp have a report and were they primarily taking contact from? Over.
This is high. I've only got one guy left in that AO, so stand by.
Hey, firm.
I'm gonna have to send another group in there with some crewmen to take control of those tanks and move them into a more defensive location. Hold until they get their break. I also haven't been given an official order
Good
yet,
copy.
but we are about to also retask you.
Hey.
You can hear the ocean. Nerd, thanks for the $1. How long have I been Zeusing for? Since 2016. I started under Luton as his protege, and then he gave me 90% of his player base because he wanted to focus on a different type of Arma content. I used that to form, or I guess, not technically form, but create the Arma group within TSB, and it's been like that ever since.
Blue, I'm just gonna say stay mobile around the cop, just form a patrol path. Red, I want you as a static line, which you've already marked on map, that's perfect. Red, can you concentrate on holding those 2 MSRs from the southeast?
Copy, can and will do.
Excellent. Grind, thanks you.
From ground, those original forces were coming from the road at the west of the fob, from the north.
Good. Good copy, Blue. Can you keep eyes to the west as well, just on your roaming patrol? If you start getting that heavy contact there, just go ahead and go static on west defense. I copy.
Shell copy.
So we're about to reveal why these Hurons are doing this. If you notice, they have been going over the airfield the past 2 times. That's because there's something on there that's detecting that CSAT helicopter. Or CSAT plane in there, and they're about to make this the final run. And that truck is coming in, and those tanks will get mounted, and I'll tell them to drive out of that cop and into the area. I'm waiting until I get that thing into the AO before I give them the final order, and that'll be the end. Liru Tan isn't really a thing anymore because I don't use artillery modules unless it's absolutely vital for something, and it's never with TSB. It's either... No, okay, once in a blue moon it's with TSB, but it's usually with, like, the 700th, because they're a lot more masochistic. Ground, this is high. Be advised, I am being told to retask you to form a defensive perimeter around the Ostermarine airfield break. You are being recommended to pull a full 360 with your armor group's break. CSAT has something there that they are going to try to get out of the AO due to whatever is in those Hurons. Over.
Good.
Be advised, I've also been told that the new garrison has arrived. They will start getting those tanks mounted, bringing them back to your spawn. It'll probably take us a process of 5 to 10 minutes. Over.
Good copy. All assets start pulling towards the airfield to our west. It'll be marked as Objective 4. I've marked suggested paths for defending the airfield, but I just need 360 on it. Blue, you'll be responsible for the northern half. Red, you'll be responsible for the southern half. I copy.
Solid copy.
Copy.
A firm, expedite to the airfield and full defensive. Out.
Ground, this is high. It is absolutely mission critical that the one hangar on the airfield remains intact, or at the very least its cargo remains intact. Over.
Good copy. We'll do what we can.
I need Ronin to fuck off so I can just spawn them outside of the base and make things easier.
Stand by for adjustment to defensive posture. Blue, just due to mission critical assets. Wait.
And then what I'm just gonna do is respawn the tanks out here. Set them to careless hold fire.
Two defensive positions marked on map. Blue, just hold along the line. But yeah.
Hey, firm.
But primary for all assets is defend the hangar, so get eyes where you can.
Hey, Phantom, I think you got it.
West Blue.
If I was able to connect. Alright, I mean, it's progress, right? Ground, be advised, tanks from Northern Cop are mobile now. They are going to proceed to your spawn now. At least give you 4 more to work with. Break. CSAT has a satellite over the AO now. They're reporting NATO are formalizing assets to attack from the north, south, and potentially the west. Break. East, over. Hope you heard me. Should have heard me. Didn't copy it, but that's fine. So yeah, this is going to end with me bringing a fuel truck, getting that fuel, taking it off, and then ordering them back as they get overwhelmed. So we see some good line formations being made here. I'm also going to delete some of the forces back here, as to they're no longer needed, and they're stretching kind of the spawn load of the server.
Affirm.
And we'll go ahead and spawn some infantry here to go contend with that cop. Now we wait. Yeah, that jet is not invincible, by the way. So if it gets hit by something, it's going to go up. I'm only going to set it to invincible when I attempt to take it off. So I'm also going to spawn in some various rifle squads and shit around to bring them over. And we also have this recon Vic over here. We've got these two Vics right there. Again, we're starting with Vics that I absolutely know the tanks can annihilate. And yeah, they're
Blue, just to confirm, you do know,
oh, they stole the Huron. That's I hope they call that in, because I haven't heard that they have a friendly Pawnee in the AO yet. So I hope that doesn't bite him in the ass.
On the north.
That's kind of cute that they took that, though.
That's your primary, but make sure you have at least one tank on the northwest line.
Yep, if I'm in contact,
I think in the next 7 minutes I'll spawn in the fuel
watch northwest as well.
Hey, firm. If you need to pull it back to, just around
I'm waiting till these tanks pass before I spawn in some more heavy assets, but if I spawn them back here, then they should.
That seems like decent coverage there on Blue Force Tracker. Just keep eyes on the northwest in case anything tries to flank you and get behind the hangars.
And then we'll do a full thing of Panthers. I have never tried advanced towing with 2 helicopters. I don't think it'll work.
Which asset is Alpha 44 in Blue Force Tracker?
But, I mean, that's something to try, definitely.
Never mind. Watch that.
I think he was just calling out an AI asset,
much
because
better.
AI
Thank
will
you.
also be on CTAB, especially vehicles. So watch
Also,
this.
be advised, Alpha 4 is Amora, that's watching north.
Yeah, firm, that's good.
I'm gonna heal this, put fuel in it. All assets, this is high. Be advised, friendly Huron commandeered by CSAT is being taken off from where it was repaired. It is heading towards their naval position, which is to the southwest. Please do not engage, over.
Good copy. We'll relay. You heard that, tanks. Huron intact will be taking off from the southwest. Your PowerPoint objective, do not engage. I say again, do not engage.
Ready, firm.
All forces be advised, those two T-100 that were on escort duty are now moving to the hangar as well. Break. CSAT is losing their satellites time over this specific part of the world. We are about to go dark, but they're reporting massive NATO forces starting to come from the southeast and north at this time, over.
Ryan, copy.
So yeah, again, their part, the type of AO I'm doing is a cog in the machine, I like to call it, where the players aren't the entire force. In fact, they are only a minuscule part of the whole scheme of things.
10 marshals on our south. 10.
10? I've only sent 4, but okay. 10 works.
We've got at least 4 vehicles coming in from the north.
Good copy. Eliminate all threats of extreme prejudice. Nothing gets on this fucking airfield.
How are those tanks? Yeah, so they're about 2 minutes out. Got some track damage from something right there.
Ground, this is Liberton lead. I've got 1 tank gun out.
Hey, firm. If you need to pull him back to rearm, but it might just be better to keep him here as a bloody ass up. Wait, is that, whoever marked that
multiple pawns coming in from east.
Eliminate those pawnies, primary target. Do not let them strike the hangar.
I want to take out that ACT tower because I had defensive forces right there. And I love how these guys, they got 50 cal ammo and they're going to try to use them. I was hoping I could try to crash land into one of the T-100s too to take it out. Alright, let's look back at frames real quick. Everything that I absolutely don't need, I am going to try to delete here. And then we've got Outcast chasing down that one Vic.
Liberton lead to ground. Can my tank go and repair, or as you can see here is a body shield?
Say again, last, please.
I'm gonna order this thing to come into the AO as well.
Lost its turret, go for repairs, or is it a body shield?
Go for repairs. We've got a slight intermission. If possible, maybe see if that uncrewed Kuma is still there on map for free for taking. It'll be faster.
If I'm.
It's on the way back anyway.
But yeah, with how much of the map we've covered, because of everywhere I've been, it's added to the load measure of the server, so everything just, you know, starts to lag a little harder. So it's just something you gotta manage as a Zeus. Okay, I lost all my copy paste. Let's go ahead. Not doing any cheetahs. Let's keep going with the rhinos and the marshals. It's a good mix of assets that
repair capabilities in this airfield.
I hope don't directly kill anyone, but we'll see. Another round of Panthers coming up. They're not really going to do much. And it is also about that time, so I'm going to spawn in that CSAT fuel, Vic. Car, and go ahead, keep it as this color.
Please PID your target. Don't have
friendly.
Complete that. And there's nothing else lingering on the map. Cool. Alright. All stations on this net, this is high. Be advised, CSAT is sending in a fuel truck into the AO. It is for something in the AO, not meant for us. It is coming down the MSR from the west, and then it will swing up from the southern side of the airfield to move up to that hangar. It is absolutely vital that it gets to the AO. Break. They have their own escorts. They don't need any defense for now. Keep holding the airfield itself. Over.
Good copy, all.
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it.
I'm sorry.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
I'm sorry.
Get out.
Red, can you just make sure that that MSR is secure? I see already diverting some stuff down there, but just hold that for now. Just slightly extend your defense in the airfield, but don't primary it.
That's not yours to touch. Get out of there.
Red, I copy.
That's why I locked it too, but it's like, yeah, no. They're not letting anyone in.
From blue, I've got blue
Because
copies.
that's their toy.
They're the ones that are moving.
So we got one tank back at the supply depot here. They're, doing R&R in their Vic. And then, I've also got a mix of NATO Vics coming in as well.
Red, I copy 5-0 on last request.
Red copies, or one of them.
Okay, I'm just gonna blow those up just to say that was
Apron
Arma.
was just saying, can you make
Gives
sure
me an
that
excuse.
the MSR just coming up to the airfield there is secure? I see you've already diverted some stuff along that line, but just make sure it's secure for now.
Alright, now let's just start sending a lot of Vics in pairs here.
Hey, firm, thank you very much.
From Panthers to Bobcats, we'll have another air attack come in.
Previous AO. Thank you.
Just to literally encompass this. I just loved how he was yelling, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Whew.
Red platoon, this is recon.
If you're not wearing CSAT camo, stay out. That's all I can say. But that plane is the objective. They just, some of them probably realize, some of them not. But Phantom, was fresh in this AO because he was trying to fix his CVA, so. Alright, we're gonna actually attack from two different positions with these Pawnees here. Let's grab helicopters. Just to throw them in. Ground, this is high. Be advised, tanks have started arriving at our AO and break. Scratch that, your spawn. You have 4 tanks ready to go in case you lose additional forces over.
Good copy. Hey, many thanks.
Calum the High, can you TP Phantom EYYZE to me? He's been having issues joining, so he took a long while. To Calum.
Calum, can you Zeus paint me real quick? It helps me. Thanks, standby. So I think I saw that the other helicopter is towing a Pawnee. Yeah, so they're refurbishing their. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Hold, I'm sorry to take us out of the AO.
Pawnee and Ghost Talk coming in from your north. Eliminate Street Bridges 2 times.
Hey, real quick, I need a witness.
For what? For?
That. This is how AIs park their fucking tanks, apparently. He wedged the fucking barrel into the... I gotta fix this so it doesn't Arma, but... Powerful.
Liru, we're no longer playing Arma, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed. You're playing Anti-Stasi. Kleptomaniac, alright. Let's hope we don't explode.
Grand be advised, you're getting kind of swarmed up here.
Awesome. Jesus Christ.
Hey, firm. Don't really have anything but now. Do what you can.
Absolutely powerful.
Need to pull back so you're slightly more defensive in the airfield. That's about all I can offer you.
Oh, actually, this is perfect.
Yeah, Grand Command be advised, the hangar's gone.
Oh, no.
Ah, rip. Yep. Well, the asset's still there. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. The asset's still there.
Break. Ground, this is high. Be advised, CSAT driver for the fuel truck was reporting that he was hit and we've lost contact with him. He is at 136887. He was off course. He should be to your north. New priority is to grab that vehicle and move it to the asset now that the hangar's gone. Over.
Hey, firm. Can you say again, grid ref, please? Hi.
Grid ref is 136887. Over.
Good copy. 136887. Command assets.
Be advised, this is Reg 11 to high, over.
This is high. Send message, Reg 16.
Affirm at the grid 122865 supply depot. There was a little bit of armoring and the repair Vic got yeeted. Over.
Roger, unfortunately, I've already said that's my last set of repair Vics to send there. You're gonna have to get resupply from somewhere else. Over.
AFM, good copy.
So Holy's DC. I guess they don't want to drive in a new Vic, but the other guys are probably gonna make it. Can get rid of those groups of AI. I can get rid of that patrol. But I'm gonna have this last another up to 215, give or take. Getting BCMLs in there. Ground's gotten out and started shooting at people. Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna cut that thing's fuel as well.
Pull back to airfield. Any assets at fuel truck?
Alright, the last thing.
One from red is on net, plus another one. Our leader's down again. Yeah, 1 times MBT southeast.
Yeah, that additional guy I'm gonna get out, and then plane.
Hey, fun, just put some eyes on it, just down there, there.
Actually, no, I'm gonna make that a transport instead. Hold up, so... Because I need to go pick up that Viper group, so... Cargo, no, we're gonna do bench. Cool. Why does it not like...
Let's find the condition instruction manual.
There. Don't touch it. Thank you for the Vic. Just, yep, I'll take care of that. You keep with your defense objective. Alright, now we're gonna start spawning in.
A red tank is fucking going to supply depot to rearm and repair.
We're gonna start doing a major
We're
amount
out of AT,
stuff.
I mean AP.
This is where things are gonna get messy. So, 4 tank sections from various areas of the map to be brought in. This is where the, the final part will start coming in on that, so to speak. And I want to send that tank a little more to the right. There's a transport unload. All stations on this net, this is high. Be advised, a friendly Taru is coming from the southwest to drop one person and extract CSAT forces in the AO break. Clear the runway, over.
Good copy. All Arma assets shift off runway.
I think now I'll set its invincibility. And even further back, I'm going to start spawning. Yeah, we'll do one more section, actually. But again, this is where I'll start sending in a lot of stuff. Let's get some Pawnees to come in as well. Could have pushed a little harder, but I got distracted with that silly thing on the other side, so... all of these tanks and armor assets coming in, we should definitely see something difficult happen in these last few moments. Taru's coming in very, very soon as well. Having all these units come across. Yeah, overall, this was a pretty cool public op. And then as we do debrief, I'll be switching gears to the T3 op. So when that Taru lands, I'm going to ungarrison the Viper team, get them in that chopper, and then pull them around. But let's see, let's get one more thing of marshals to come in.
This is one tank from Red Platoon, 2 times Pawnee, southeast, coming in.
Good copy, you can be advised. This is ground, but contacts coming in from the southeast, past the windmills.
Ground, we've got 2 slammers north of the airfield.
Hey, firm, eliminate if you can.
What the hell is... What is going on?
Air, would you just stop that, please? I'd like my recon asset to stay on the ground.
This is Red Team, fucking 2 tanks south as well, slammers. Need help.
This is Blue Platoon, our gun is down.
2 slammers KIA, south side. And now we're getting friendly fire. Blue, please don't kill us.
Apologies, that was Red.
This is Blue Platoon lead to ground.
This is one time as Red Tank, we RTB for rearm and repair because the friendly tank shot our gun out.
Alright, so the AI are not really...
Command, this is Lupton, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we need rearm and repair our guns down.
Hey, firm, do so what you
Really
can.
want to work with me
If you
right
need
now.
Repair, go ahead and disengage. Good.
That was a 2 for 1.
If we're moving to the supply depot southwest.
Hi, this is Grind. Don't know how much more Dutch time I can buy you here. I'm getting a lot of triple R requests from people.
Roger, do your best. They're putting pre-flight check on the asset. Stand by. I'm gonna wait one more moment. Ground, this is high. Once that jet takes off, you are clear to fall back. Be advised, the Taru was reporting multiple enemy tanks coming in from all vectors minus the west. Over. Oh yeah, right, I got NATO Pacific. Always forget those guys exist too.
Be advised, 2 times enemy slammers pushing in southeast of airfield, and also good copy.
Alright, we might as well. Let's get him going. Alright, this is gonna have to be enough runway.
Hi, Command, how copy?
This is high, send message.
Hey, is that repair vehicle next to us, off to the northwest destroyed?
Unknown, over.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Placement?
Break, break, break. Be advised, asset is away. All forces proceed to pull back from that airfield at this time. Over.
Good copy. RTB or just build back the FOB prison?
RTB.
Hey, firm, all forces RTB is the staging point. Disengage from airfield.
Give them a minute and then we'll wrap it up. Jay, I did not need flaps, don't worry.
Picked up the unmanned Kuma MBT. The left track's a bit messed up, but we should be able to handle it.
Good copy. Just RTB.
That guy just got annihilated.
Van tank has been disabled on airfield.
Woo!
See if there's anything in there. This is J-Tank. Are you able to come?
I'm out of AT! Run! It's a tank! Just wanted that last snipe. All elements, this is high. Be advised, we are index over. Alright. No chat message. They did pretty well, all things considered. Yeah, no, I hope they had fun.
Just shot us in the ass.
What the heck
Yes, I
happened to
apologize.
us?
I shot you with a tank.
Oh wow, so good.
Malin called us in to pick him up, and it was a hot LZ, and we didn't
It was a
realize that
very
was
hot
a tank
LZ.
shooting at us.
I didn't know if it was a tank.
So, overall, I made like 20 different possible objectives last night while I was partially tipsy and getting fucked in the ass. But anyway, just decided off of the list I would do a few, make a plot line out of it. You would eventually, pull out a plane, and or a plane would pull out, and the whole point of the Hurons was they had equipment to detect that stealth plane, and it's all because if some of you follow the lore, you would know that they're not allowed to. Both CSAT and NATO aren't allowed to have planes in the AO, and a violation would lead to an escalation and yada yada. So that was that. Otherwise, hope you guys had fun. Always wanted to do an armor-only op in the public op slot, and I'm glad you could all make it to see it, and I'll have the Zeus feedback form up in a second. But otherwise, yeah. Ground, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, few things I gotta
was
do.
just gonna say, sorry at the start, trying to get things organized there. What I should have done, dividing up the platoons worked very nicely for organizational purposes. Should have identified one of you as lead for the start. Thank you for those who stepped up and started organizing those. That was very helpful. Should have done that, but was trying to get things out of base at that stage. No, I have to say, considering some of the armor ops between two in the past, this was pleasantly organized. A bit high in the casualties, but it's vanilla Arma, so shit happens. But yeah, thank you to all the tank commanders and crews. That went quite well, all things considered. That's all from Grind. Oh, and thank you, sorry, 1 second. Thank you, Air, for your recon. It was very useful. And seeing some of the stuff coming in before it was there, so thanks. Go ahead and dive in for rest of the assets, Dan.
Red platoon leader. Not much to say. I think we started out with either 3 or 4 tanks. I can't remember, but I'm gonna say we had 3. We started off pretty strong. I liked it. There was a combined arms thing going on. Unfortunately, as it devolved, it started turning into just more air, more armor. There wasn't any infantry targets to shoot at. It was difficult for us to deal with enemy air because we didn't have any dedicated AA assets at the company level, which is unfortunate. We didn't have a mixed platoon. For Ajihado, all the platoons were already preset in the lobby, so we could have just followed those. Other than that,
I wasn't planning to grind command this. It was literally no one else took it. I got here and it was just okay. I'll see if I can organize this. So I missed out.
Okay, just take a second to look at the role selection screen and understand that if it already says platoon commander and tank sections, it's set up for you. Other than that, red platoon did pretty good. Sorry for the miscommunication. Also, apparently, the slammers are just really, really fucking tanky.
So much like their attack.
My gunner probably put half a dozen APFSDS shells into the slammers, and I didn't see any effect. Maybe it was destroying systems and stripping away gear and everything, but I couldn't see any of that happening. So we went. The 3 times we went down was because we went up against the slammer. The slammer won because there was nothing we could do about it, at least apparently. And we were able to make it through. We ran straight through all of our respawns for the Kumas. But we eked it out. We did everything we could. I would have liked to see maybe some more infantry, just because it was a lot of vehicles.
So to really just quickly get on that, there was a lot of infantry, but it was getting drowned out because infantry moving in any operation where you have an air asset, the infantry will seesaw movement and go to alert and move very slowly because they're trying to avoid the helicopter. So I assure you there was infantry down, and when you were going to a new AO, it gave me an excuse to, spawn the infantry a lot closer. But once you got in there, I couldn't really spawn any infantry because they would just get aggroed on your air asset and just immediately slow down. So I did my best where I could, but that's more of an Arma restraint than anything, because they just don't want to move when they're thrown against air assets.
Entirely, you could just spawn them in the forest, maybe like 400 or 500 meters away from us. I understand that there's a possibility of us just seeing them come in, but
well, that's exactly what I was doing though, 400, 500 meters away. But if there is an air asset within a click of them, they immediately go to their aggro mode and go prone, and they will only move like 20 meters every 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it also doesn't help that we were flying at like nap of the earth the entire time. So
air was flying really low to the ground as well, and that just
every single AI that's like within audible range of the helicopter is going to get aggroed.
Well, if there's no fix for that, there's nothing that can be done. I'll go ahead and pass it off to Blue Platoon.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get where you're coming from, Holy, but I guess I could have, like, thrown in transport trucks, but they would also, as soon as air assets come around, if it's full of infantry, they will also stop off their route, and they will just drive away from the AO, because there was I think it was a 2.0 update. Units are a lot more likely to shift to defend only, which means they're going to try to pull out of the AO to other forces, and it was what was it? The Monday op where it was full arsenals Livonia, where you guys were all special forces doing a lot of stuff in that AO. That's where I learned that the 2.0 update, even if I put transport trucks in the AO filled with infantry, they will fuck off when your A-10 flies over them, even if it's like 3 clicks in the air, because fuck me, fuck every other Zeus, I guess. So it's just a limitation with the engine that I'm still trying to get around, is what I'm trying to tell you. And then in terms of the lack of AA, I knew going in that you would have that. That's why I only sent things that I knew couldn't kill you, except maybe your reconvict, or at the very least detrack or harass you. Because I know AI will do rocket runs, but it shouldn't do too much damage against you. Like, basically, I was going to spawn anything that could instantly one-shot you, because that's bullshit. The only thing that could one-shot you would be a tank hitting an AP round in your engine block on the back. And then the tanks being tanky themselves, no pun intended. It's just because all the vanilla tanks, ever since the Tanks DLC update, they all have a really interesting damage model. If you were to hit them in the turret, for example, those Markavas, it just completely disables the gun. I watched a tank today fight 3 slammers and win, because it just kept hiding behind a rock, poking out, getting a 1-tap on the slammer, and then pulling back, rinse and repeat. So it depends on your tactics, so to speak. And again, we don't really do armor ops in this community a lot, so we can't really build off of that. So, yeah, that's all I got there.
Long story short about the whole... Oh, yeah, no, we're going to finish the whole thing. Yeah.
Blue Platoon?
Yes, it was kind of my first time being sort of leading any sort of role, and probably showed. I was actively reading the instruction manual and getting tips off Kings, which is normal for the help. It probably also helped that most of my guys were somewhat experienced in playing the game and using armor as well. But objective-wise, was all pretty simple, very well laid out for ground-wise. In terms of asset management, I'd probably say I was a bit shady on that, try to balance using 50, and then obviously the short range as well. It's definitely very chaotic. I can see why most people don't like squad leading, but it's not deterred me from doing it again, thankfully. I can only apologise if people like were struggling to understand me, or if I was speaking too fast. It's purely just an accent barrier. I can only apologise.
Okay, thank you for stepping up. I really appreciated it.
Yeah, I think next is Air.
Well, at the start, we got locked on by a missile. It took out our tail rotor. After that, we didn't come across any AA. It was more like just constantly taking... I think the biggest detriment to us was the constant 50 cal fire at us and the autocannon fire at us. That was much harder to avoid than missiles. So, I mean, we had to be careful what we were doing. As the game progressed, we started noticing there were markers on the map that said abandoned Pawnee, as well as other things, and so we started to investigate. We stole 2 Pawnees, brought them back to base, rearmed them, and then we kept looking for more abandoned vehicles. We thought we found an abandoned vehicle. It was apparently crewed by Recon. We still managed to pick them up, but then we realized they were all in contact, so we let them gently back down, where they then died because they weren't in our loving embrace. And that's all. That's literally all for her.
I will say in the beginning, the only reason you got locked on was because PCMLs can lock onto anything within 200 or 300 meters, and you flew right next to an infantry squad going into the first area.
Yeah,
so
no,
that's why.
I figured that's what ended up happening. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get line of sight with that map. So I mean, again, the entire time we were flying really low to the ground. So, yep.
All right. Well, feedback's up. T3s, vets. I've got another op for you, which we can literally jump right into. So, yeah, if we don't have enough, I might ask a few T2s. Yeah, go ahead.
Recon?
Oh. You exist. Recon doesn't matter.
We got shut on within 20 from 2 Vics within 20 minutes. Mainly trying to get little hidey spots and then actually being spotted by tanks. But yeah, we made use of the third one. I think we rearmed it 3 times and killed at least probably 15 vehicles. But yeah, we had quite a few things just poking around rocks. I'm glad those missiles are fire and forget, because if they weren't, we would have been fucked a lot more.
Oh yeah, Recon, did you appreciate the tactical relocation?
I mean, we were about to head out. I was like, here comes Outcast. Why the fuck did you just deploy these tow ropes? Like,
I deployed my tow ropes, Hadab gets out and starts chasing them.
It was fucking great.
Yeah. We went back
that
to the
whole
same
thing
rock.
too.
That
I
we,
streamed that
killed a lot
whole
of
thing as
vehicles
well.
from. Yeah, we went back to the same rock. We killed quite a few vehicles on, destroyed one more Badger, turned around and got decked again.
Again, you died because you weren't in our loving embrace.
No, we died because we're basically a lightly very. We have no armor basically in that thing.
Again,
Could they just snipe with
died
us?
in our loving embrace.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, if you were up in the air, you would have been fine.
I mean, if the turret was stabilized, I would have been all for it. But because it's not stabilized, no.
Anyways.
That's so stupid.
If you want to check out what all that happened in that one, I did stream that. So I'm gonna see if I can find the clip.
Right, otherwise, I'm going to jump down. Hope you guys had fun, and see you tomorrow for Monday stuff. Oh, and if you're going to play Monday, it's going to be TSB main, and then the second op, which is going to be a quick one, is also going to use the swap stuff. So that's in alt tier. Just scroll up a little bit, but I'll add it to the mod set page that we reworked in after the T3 op. So, yeah.
Hey, firm. Thanks to Liru.
No problem.
Bye.